Today we are going to be ranking the best, the most powerful, and the coolest superheroes of all time in Marvel. So, let's get into it. Okay, so we have S, A, B, C, D, and F. Do you want to change these words, chat? Do you want to leave them as letters, or do you want to... I think we can leave them as letters, to be honest. I think it works for this scenario. Because, like, we want to talk about S-tier characters, and then we want to talk about F-tier. Like, I think it makes sense. Yeah, keep it like that. It's more objective. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not really objective, considering, like, I'm going to be putting my favorite characters in S-tier. Like, it's not really objective, chat. Sometimes chat be tripping. Now, this opinion is going to be based on powers, how cool they are, and their appearances across media, whether it's comics, whether it's shows. We're going to take it all into one big opinion and place it on the screen. So Ant-Man, I think A tier immediately. Has great movies. We don't include the third one. The third one does not exist in our universe. Very cool powers, shrink, go big. We love that. Cool suits as well, nice colors. A very funny character. If we talk about Scott Lang, Hank Pym, the GOAT, obviously. But yeah, I think Ant-Man goes in A tier. I think Ant-Man's an A tier character. Beast, which I'm kind of turning into right now. I want to say A, B tier. He is a genius, and that's what makes him A tier, because he's got strength and brains, brawn and brains. Not many characters have that. He is just powerful just because of that. And he's blue character. There's a lot of depth and storyline to him with being blue and like stuck in that form. I like Beast, bro. I like him. I mean, I'm an X-Men fanboy. X-Men is like my favorite team with the Fantastic Four in Marvel. So I'm not gonna lie, Beast is A tier for me personally. Black Bolt. This is a cool character. This is a very cool character. He hasn't had the best appearances in terms of live action. He's had, obviously, the failed Inhumans TV show, which then they brought him back for Multiverse of Madness, which was very cool. I actually did appreciate that. He's cool. His powers are insane. Basically, his powers are that if he speaks, it's just like this massive sound wave that comes out. So he can't speak. Well, he can, but he'll kill you. Every time he speaks, he just creates this massive explosion. It's very, very cool. But I'm not going to say A tier just because of how they've portrayed him. Like, he's had a bad TV show and then he's died within like a second. So it's pretty mid. But I'm going to put him in B tier because he is cool in theory. And if they did him properly, he would be very, very cool. Please do consider subscribing and following my Twitch in the description below. It's completely free. It takes 10 seconds and you can unfollow, unsubscribe at any time you like, but it means so much to me. And you'll be part of the day one squad. We're going to the top. So please follow up. Ooh. Black Cat. Ooh, the Catwoman of Marvel. The one that made Spider-Man fault on MJ. I mean, we don't blame Peter. We don't blame him. Can I zoom into this? Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's way better. I'm not gonna lie. For me personally, the late night, Black Cat might be up there in S tier. But in reality, she's probably like A to B. Because she hasn't appeared in live action yet. She was supposed to appear S tier as well. No, it's not some wild, bro. Some wild. Well, she was supposed to appear in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. She was there, Felicia Hardy. But she didn't. But I'm going to say B tier. I'm going to say above Black Bolt because she's a woman and we love women. W feminists in the chat. Can we get some W feminists in the chat? Black Knight. Dane Whitman. Well, in the MCU. I know this might seem like I'm basing everything off the MCU, but I'm not. I do have some Marvel comic knowledge. I do have more DC knowledge in terms of comics, but I do have a fair amount of Marvel comic knowledge. It's supposed to say W feminist, bro. Black Knight. Also known as Jon Snow. But are we ever going to see him again in the MCU? I don't know. In the comics, I've heard some stuff about his storyline, the Ebony Blade. Very, very cool. I'm going to probably put this in C tier just because there's not enough appearances of the Black Knight in cartoons, in movies, in anything. So I'm going to put Black Knight in C tier, to be honest. The character in the comics is cool, but like we need a whole lot of it to make it, rise to the top of the list. Black Panther, bro. For me, this is S tier or A tier. If I was just going off MCU alone, I would put this in S tier. In comics, You know what? I'm putting it in S tier. I'm putting it in S. Chat saying S tier. I'm putting it in S. Black Panther is the GOAT. Black Panther is very cool. He's a king. Vibranium suits. There's so much lore, so much culture. We love Black Panther. Black Widow. Ooh, now she is a GOAT. She is a GOAT. Bro, we all love Black Widow. Very cool character. Natasha Romanoff. For me, this is going to be in B tier though. For me, this is going middle of B tier. Black Widow, Black Cat, why are they all black? Speaking of black, Blade! For me, Blade goes in S tier with the other black man. Blade and Black Panther. Bro, why is everyone black? We love black people. Shout out Juneteenth. Shout out Black History Month. No, Blade's in S tier, bro. Blade is an insane character. Look at this. Look how much aura he has. No, I was talking about Black Widow, bro. Lock in, bro. Black Widow in A tier? Nah, I don't think so. Cable. He was obviously in the second Deadpool movie, and he's a very popular comic character, and he was in the Deadpool games. I like Cable. Kate, did you say K tier? There's no K tier. What are you talking about? Now, this is tough considering, like, you know, descendant of Scott Summers, Cyclops, the lore, the family dying, the time travel. Bro, this could be A tier. I'm not gonna lie. This could be A tier. K is okay. Bro, Cable is cool as shit. Very cool character. I'm gonna go high B tier. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with the B. High B tier is very fair. Captain America, the first Avenger. We love Captain America. How much do we love him though? He's not gonna be an S tier for me. A tier seems like a place where he could belong, but I want to put like a lot of my favorite characters in A tier that don't make it into S. And Captain America is not one of my favorite characters. Even though he does have an A on his head, he could belong in this row. Chat's saying A tier. A because he's iconic. He is iconic, but he's only iconic because of the MCU. I mean, he was popular in the comics before, but not as popular as the X-Men or the Fantastic Four. Avengers, nobody cared about the Avengers, bro. Until the MCU. Ooh, I feel like it's a disservice putting him in B tier next to like Black Cat and Cable. Ooh, I don't know. It's either high B or low A. We're gonna throw him low A for now. We're gonna keep him low A for now. Maybe he ends up at the bottom of the list. He has America in his name, so B. Facts. You know what? Facts. No, wait, not facts. We love America. What are you talking about? Wait, I read that wrong. Bro, what are you saying, bro? Nah, W America, W patriotism. Can we get the Eagles going in chat? Can we get some flags going in chat? Yes, we love America, bro. Now, another captain, Mr. Captain Britain. This gotta be the corniest comic book suit in the whole of anything ever. This shit's so bad. Actually, no, Condiment King is bad. If you know, you know. Like, it's just a bad suit. It's literally just a flag. Like, at least Captain America's one has some, like, you know, design to it. This here is literally just the Union Jack on him. Literally, the only two things I know about him is he was in Lego Marvel Superheroes and he was in one of the cartoons. F, chat spamming hella Fs. Nah, I'm gonna put him in D tier. I don't know, maybe this character has so much lore. Chat, if you know some lore that I don't, or some issues or volumes where Captain Britain was going on, tell me in the comments, chat. I know this one chat, I don't know Captain Britain though. They just found out about him, literally. We move on. Another captain. Female captain, W feminist. She goes in S tier because she's a woman. Women stay in S tier. Why would I know about Captain Britain? Nah, facts though. Generally, I don't think anybody does. She is an S tier woman, but as a superhero, we're gonna say A tier. I really like Captain Marvel. I've always liked Captain Marvel. Firstly, she's blonde. Secondly, her name has Marvel in it. And thirdly, she is a captain of the Avengers. So I think A tier. I'm gonna put her above Captain America because she has really cool powers. Performative male. Whoa, they're saying performative now. Colossus. Oh, we love Colossus, bro. I think he's Russian, right? Russian, made out of metal. Had an amazing appearance in the Deadpool movies. I want to say A tier, but not really. I'm going to say B tier. I'm going to say B tier below Black Cat. He's a very cool character. He had obviously super strength. He's super tall, made out of metal. He's an X-Men. So he's a cool character. But in terms of like, you know, as one of my favorites, I'm going to say B tier. Scott Summers, my original favorite X-Men. Cyclops, I was such a big Cyclops fanboy. Specifically because of Marvel vs. Capcom. If you know, you know. The real ones know. This game carried my childhood. Chat saying B tier. Like, bro, this is not... Cyclops is not a B tier character. Your mom is a B tier character. Back to the list. Cyclops, S tier for me. He is an S tier character. Nope, not A tier. Nope. He's literally the leader of the X-Men. Do you understand how strong he is? Oh my god. If I show you the one clip from X-Men 97 of him like landing, there's so much aura in that clip. Bro literally uses his eyes as like flight, like to control it. Like he jumps out with no parachute and blasts the ground. Bro, Cyclops is insane. And like if he takes off his like the controlling thing and just lets out his eyes normally, he's just blowing up everyone. He's like a better version of Black Bolt. Like he's like Black Bolt but way better and more depth. And he's a really good leader. I'm putting him at the #1 right now. Power control. No, he has good power control. He has very good power control, but it's the thing, like, he has to close his eyes if he doesn't have the visor on. So that's why he wears the visor, to be able to see. Because the visor is like, I guess he's completely, like, he's always blasting inside the visor, and then when he presses it, it shoots. Daredevil. S tier character. I'm gonna put him above Black Panther. Daredevil is insane. The powers of Daredevil is actually ridiculous. He's a blind man, but he can probably beat every single person here. Maybe Blade. Ooh, Blade will be tough. Black Panther will also be tough. And yeah, that's honestly, he could really take down everyone. Just like no powers. His powers are that his blind leads to him having powers. Sure, buddy. I'm dead ass, bro. Daredevil's insane. Plus the red suit, the swinging around. He's kind of like Spider-Man, but blind. And he's a lawyer. He's a blind lawyer. It's a crazy metaphor of blind justice. He sees nothing. Bro, I'm not glazing, bro. It's not glaze, bro. It's just facts. Here we go. Another S tier character. Deadpool. He's going at #1. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. He can never die. He is the only being, besides like maybe the actual like celestial beings, god beings. He cannot die. He's been cursed like that he can never die. It's actually crazy, excluding celestials. Then we have Domino. Domino is insane. This is an underrated character in terms of like media. I mean, she was in Deadpool 2, but bro, they need to bring her back. Domino is the one that has like insane luck. I don't know if you remember, chat, but in Deadpool 2, she's like the one that like from the team of like the X-Force that just doesn't die. She's the only one that doesn't die. They all like die through like crazy freak accidents. Like that's her ability, is just so much luck. She's like unstoppable basically. Overpowered character, super cool. I'm gonna say middle of B tier. Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, straight into A tier. We're gonna put him at the top of A tier. He is such a cool character. The Eye of Agamotto. Nah, Doctor Strange is valid. Sorcerer Supreme, cool cape that lets him fly, and mad abilities. Elektra, another baddie. Does she belong with Daredevil at the top? No, she doesn't. She goes into A and B tier. She is one of the best assassins in the entire of Marvel, and she has a cool suit. Yeah, I think Elektra goes above Domino. Falcon. Sam Wilson Falcon. I actually haven't seen the suit because I don't read much comics, but I'm pretty sure Falcon is now Captain America in the comics, so... Or am I wrong? But I guess this was his suit before he became Captain America. It's a very cool suit. I wish we got to see this suit in the MCU. Ooh, if it was Captain America Falcon, I would put him in A tier, because I think he's better than Steve Rogers. But if it's just normal Falcon, are we considering Captain America Falcon or just normal? Ooh, this is tough. We're going to go based on the picture. I'm going to put it high B tier. Now, this might be... I think this is my new favorite X-Men after... Ooh, I have so many favorite X-Men, man. Bro, Gambit is like my favorite one. I'm not going to lie. Gambit to me is just so freaking cool. Exactly, S tier. Woohoo, I'm about to make a name for myself here. You know how long we're waiting for this? Nah, let's go, Remy Lobo. Yeah, he belongs in S tier for me. He's a magician. I wanted to be a magician growing up. I know hella magic tricks. Maybe I'll show you a magic trick on the next stream, chat. Moving on, Gamora. Go show us. I will, next stream. I promise next stream I'll run the magic segment. Shaking my head. Okay, bruh. Okay, bruh. We know her because of the Guardians movies. But in the comics as well, she's a pretty cool character. Daughter of Thanos. I think... this is a tough one. Ooh, I want to say A tier, you know. No. I'm tripping. She's a B tier character. She's a B tier character. She's going to be above Black Widow because she's green. We love green people. Ghost Rider. Oh my god. A tier instantly. Ghost Rider is one of the coolest characters of all time. He sold his soul to the devil and has been cursed with the power of the skull. Flaming Skull. And he has an insane bike. Flames. Johnny Blaze. I think Johnny Blaze is my favorite version of Ghost Rider, but I do like that version of Ghost Rider with the car. Car Ghost Rider has so much aura. Something about like a muscle car and like flames is just insane. It's just so cool. Groot. We love Groot. Groot's one of everyone's like favorite characters. Just especially like Baby Groot. Everyone loves Baby Groot. So cute, so adorable. He has 4 words in his whole vocabulary. He says I, he says am, he says Groot. And he says we. He does say we as well. We are Groot. B tier, yeah, I think high B tier because he's just so loved by everyone. I think that's pretty fair. Hawkeye. This is one of my favorite archers ever, bro. I don't know, it's just something so cool about somebody who can just never miss a shot. Hawkeye, I want to say A tier because I really like him. He's like one of my favorite characters. I would take him over Captain America any day. I'm putting him in A tier, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who this is. I'm gonna put it in F tier because I just don't know. Like, I even know who the Duck is. Howard the Duck. We love Howard the Duck. Such a comical character, similar to Deadpool kind of vibe. He's actually had an appearance in the MCU, which is really funny. Most people don't know this, but he was also in the Endgame Last Battle. He was literally there, charging at Thanos. So crazy. I saw that on Twitter years later. I like the character, so I want to put it in B tier, but he's not comparable to the rest of them. So I'm gonna put it high C tier. Hulk. Oh my goodness. The most popular Avenger before the MCU. Everyone loves Hulk. To me, this S tier character. There's so many different people that have played the Hulk because of how popular the character has been throughout decades. I do like the ones above him more, so I'm gonna leave them there, but Hulk definitely belongs in S tier. So popular, so cool. Johnny Storm, bro. Do I even need to answer this? Immediate S tier. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. Flame on. Iceman. This looks like Bobby. This looks like Iceman. X-Men character. This is gonna go into A tier for me. I love Iceman. Such cool powers. Bro's literally just made out of ice. And yeah, we love freezing power characters. Now, Chief Fontana. Obviously, I know this is not Lin Lee, but it's still the Iron Fist. And we rate Iron Fist very highly. They just made the first appearance of Iron Fist in the MCU in Eyes of Wakanda. So now we're gonna put Iron Fist in A tier. He belongs in A tier. We're putting him above all these characters and we're putting him at the top of A tier. Wait, does he belong in S tier? You know what? He belongs in S tier. We're putting him right there. He is one of my favorite Marvel characters ever. He is genuinely so freaking cool. The power of the dragon. He punched the heart of the dragon. Iron Man, the most iconic MCU character ever. A tier character. Nope, S tier character. Because of how popular character is after the MCU. Shake my head. No, bro. I'm not glazing, bro. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. Before the MCU, he's probably like a C tier character. After the MCU, easily, I think S tier. Because everyone loves Iron Man. They literally brought back Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Doom just because of how popular Iron Man is and they wanted to feed off that nostalgia. Ironheart. This is a really interesting one. Riri Williams, black woman, woke. That's a joke. Motherfuckers who think that this shit is woke are dumb as Riri Williams, Ironheart. Very cool character. It's not, bro, ban that guy. Ban my mod. Mod, ban yourself. I want to put it in A tier, but that's kind of glaze, I think. So I'm going to put a middle of B tier. I'm going to put a middle of B tier. She is a genius. And she thinks she's smarter than Tony Stark, which is quite cool. Like, we like that kind of confidence. Okay, we're actually kind of flying through the list, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're like halfway, I think. Phoenix, one of the most powerful characters in Marvel. I feel like based on powers alone, she's S tier because of how insane she is. In terms of my favorite, I'm gonna say high A tier. And because it's high A tier and powers are S tier, I'm gonna put her above Hulk in S tier. Jubilee, X-Men. We love an X-Men character. I'm gonna put Jubilee in A tier. She's very cool. We've seen like one iteration of Jubilee, 2 iterations of Jubilee. Did you say Coca-Cola? I did not see that until now. Coca-Cola is insane. What do you mean Coca-Cola? What's this? Oh, this is Kitty Pryde. She can run through walls. Very cool character. She can literally just run through everything. She can phase through things. B tier for me. I think Kitty Pryde is B tier. Oh, Jubilee being A tier is kind of crazy. I'm gonna put Jubilee high B tier and Kitty Pryde above Jubilee. Miles Morales, come on, don't even try me. Don't even try me. Don't even try me. Top of S tier. Okay, I'm not gonna put him top of S tier. I'm gonna put him here somewhere. I'm gonna put him there. I love Miles Morales. I love the movies. The Spider-Verse movies are arguably the best movies ever made in general. Moon Knight, very cool character. A tier instantly. I'm gonna put him bottom A tier, very cool character. Mr. Fantastic. Ooh, this is top of A tier. This is a top A tier character. The smartest person in the whole universe. He is Mr. Fantastic. He recreated the universe with his son, bro. Like, this is crazy. So much aura. And he's stretchy. The leader of the Fantastic Four. Amazing genius. We love Mr. Fantastic. Not much needs to be said there. Miss Marvel, one of my favorite characters, also has stretchy powers. And she's brown. And she is Muslim. W Miss Marvel, W representation, W wokeism, W Coca-Cola. She goes in A tier for me. I'm gonna put her above Ant-Man because she can shrink and go large just like Ant-Man, but she can't freeze. And if she's frozen, she'll probably break because that works in some iterations of stretchy and frozen peoples. Namor, Aquaman of Marvel. I'm not a Namor fan, to be honest. To me, Namor is B tier. I'm putting him just above Black Bolt, just because of him having an appearance, like being the villain in Wakanda Forever. I need a sneeze, chat. Sneeze break. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you for the blessings, chat. Bless me more. Namor, very cool. Needs more clothes. He goes in B tier. Nick Fury. I'm gonna put him, honestly, because he has no powers, putting him at the lower end of B tier. Nightcrawler. This is the one that becomes Spider-Man during that one arc. Uncanny Spider-Man. Nightcrawler teleportation powers. Cousin of Mystique, I think, or relative. Honestly, he's an A tier character in terms of potential. Bro, if I put Beast in A tier, surely I should put Nightcrawler in A tier. Bro, Carol Danvers is above Beast. And Nightcrawler is below Carol Danvers. I think that's better. Yeah, Nightcrawler is cool. Nova. One of my favorite Marvel characters that hasn't made an appearance in the MCU yet. He has such insane powers. He's like kind of like Miss Marvel, but cooler. And he has a cool helmet. A tier character. A tier character. I'm putting him above Ant-Man. And I'm putting Miss Marvel above Ant-Man. I mean, Captain Marvel above Ant-Man. Sick character. They need to bring him into the MCU. I just like the vibe. He's like, he works for the intergalactic police. Like the Green Lanterns of Marvel, but they don't have the same powers. Luke Cage. I don't know why they would choose the oldest picture of Luke Cage. I used to be a very big Luke Cage fan, even before he got his own show. I just liked the idea of like, this guy just has like insane strength and just does like street level stuff. Like, it's just kind of cool. For me, Luke Cage is A tier. I'm gonna put him low A tier because I just think he's so dope. I really like Luke Cage. Professor X, please don't even try me. Bro, the founder of the X-Men, Charles Xavier, the lore between him and Magneto, the mutants, everything in between. S tier character, above Iron Man, above Hulk. But then if I'm putting Professor X in S tier, then Mr. Fantastic should be in S tier too. Okay, nah, we're putting Professor X in A tier. Psylocke. Domo arigato. Psylocke. Japanese baddie. She can create weapons out of psychic energy, I guess. What is wrong with you, bro? Bro, what do you mean? Like, don't tell me you don't agree. This is Psylocke, bro. Arigato is crazy. Nah, it's true though. It's true. I think she's better than these characters. So I want to put her here, but she's like kind of the same level. Maybe just high B tier. Punisher, very iconic, very dark, very cool. A tier. Higher than I'm gonna put him higher than Moon Knight. We love Punisher. Rogue is very cool. She has insane powers. She can literally absorb anyone she touches. That's why she wears gloves, because she can't touch anybody. Because if she does, she'll literally absorb all their powers. It's crazy. She's overpowered. The X-Men genuinely have some of the coolest powers across comics. Like a team that has insanely cool powers. Scarlet Witch, I mean, talk about iconic. This is an iconic character. Just because of how iconic she is, she's got to be like the middle of A tier somewhere. Like in terms of my favorite, I'm going to say she's here, but she's very iconic. So I'll put, actually, no, that's fair. To be honest, that's fair. S tier, no, she's not S tier, bro. She's not S tier, bro. So don't glaze, no glaze here, please. Be not glazing. S, or you're not a real feminist. Facts, okay. She's S tier. She's instantly S tier for me. Shang-Chi, bro. The power of the dragon. Kind of like nah, he's nothing like Iron Fist. I'm being sped. But he has really cool powers. I haven't read any Shang-Chi comics ever. But for me, he's A tier just because of the movie alone. And he has a cool outfit, and he has a cool name. And his father's the Mandarin. He's A tier, I'm gonna say he's somewhere here. I'm gonna put him just below Captain Marvel. I'll put him below Captain Marvel. She-Hulk, underrated character, bro. Had a very bad first appearance in the MCU. I mean, look at this, bro. Look at this. Tell me this isn't a good character. Wait, I actually forgot about my sound effects, bro. I have hella sound effects. You know what? Let's get one clap going for all the people. Chat, do you remember which character I was on? She-Hulk. Thank you. She-Hulk is not a C tier character. She-Hulk is B tier. Solid B tier character that hasn't had a good appearance in the MCU. I'm gonna put her above Cable. I'm gonna put her there. She's very cool. She's also a lawyer, and she just had a very bad show. Not her fault as a character. Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer aura goes crazy. Bro just phases through everything. That has no emotion, but it actually does have emotion. It's part of the character. The Herald of Galactus. We love Silver Surfer. This is probably like high B tier for me. I'm gonna say, bro, I'm putting it on top of B tier. I'm putting Silver Surfer at the top of B tier. Spider-Gwen, bro, the movie alone just puts her and her being a Spider-Man, like that, or Spider-Woman, I should say, immediately into S tier. Plus, she's a blonde woman, so we're putting it in S tier. Based on the move, excuse me, you are excused. I think Gwen belongs in. I think she goes. I'm gonna say right here. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of S tier. She's a very cool character. Spider-Ham. Oh my goodness. Also one of these like troll funny characters. This goes in C tier for me. Like he's been actually, you know, he had a good appearance in the movie and in the cartoons. I heard the Gwen comics are boring though. From who? Wait, what do you mean you heard? Who are you hearing from? That's mad suspicious. Yeah, I'm gonna put Spider-Ham in B tier just because, you know, he had that movie appearance and some like episodes. And I think I have my sources, boy. Bro, don't call me boy, bro. I'm a grown-ass man. Spider-Man. Nah, please, don't even try me. This is the greatest Marvel character of all time. We love Spider-Man. He's like part of the big three. Part of Batman, Superman, and obviously Spider-Man. The coolest Marvel character of all time. The most relatable Marvel character of all time. And yeah, he's everybody's favorite. And we're so excited for the next movie. S tier, greatest character. S tier is, I mean, obviously there's nothing that's going to be about Spider-Man. Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew. That was anticlimactic because there were no claps were heard. Bro, I played the boom sound, bro. You want to clap as well? Fine, I'll clap it up for you. Spider-Woman belongs in I think B tier. I think B tier is fair. I think like somewhere here. Jessica Drew, I haven't seen much of the character and I haven't read much Marvel comics. So I'm basing it off of like cartoons and obviously the movie and the games, I guess. Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Vampire Spider-Man, with so much vengeance in his life, so much aura. Number one aura farmer. He's like Batman Beyond Spider-Man. You think S tier? I'm gonna say A tier. I don't think he's S tier, but I think he's A tier. I think he's a very solid A tier character. He's just so cool. I'm gonna put him above. I'm gonna put him there. JKB. Nah, he's not B tier. I think just because of the movie alone, like he goes so high, and he's been in so many games. He's from the future. Like all these things combined, I think he's an A tier character. Everyone knows him now. Squirrel Girl. She is a B tier character. I've known about her for many years. She hasn't had that good of appearances in live action, unfortunately. I think there was supposed to be a show, a schoolgirl show, but it just never came to fruition. I think they filmed the pilot and then it just got cancelled. But it's definitely gonna get some sort of MCU appearance now, just because of how hyped the game, how hyped the character is in Marvel Rivals. She's definitely gonna appear in the MCU. So I'm gonna put her in C tier. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Probably put a low C tier. Star-Lord. Oh my goodness, we love Star-Lord. Obviously A tier, just because everyone knows him now. Very iconic. I think that's actually a perfect placement for him. Just above Hawkeye, but below like the best of the best, you know? So yeah, I think that's fair. We like Star-Lord. Storm, the coolest female X-Men. Is that true? Or is Phoenix the coolest? I'm gonna put an A tier above Iceman. Also, we need to move Wanda back into A. Wanda goes into A tier. We'll put Wanda like on this side of Iceman. Storm, just amazing powers, like controlling the weather. That's just so dope. Like, that's just such a sick power. And then obviously the hair. I can't wait till we get Storm in the MCU. Oh my goodness. Storm generally was my Black Awakening as a kid. That is not a joke. S, or you're sexist and anti-black. Okay. I just said, okay. Anyways, we move on. Susan Storm, mother of us all. She mothers so hard. I am not performative. I am just truthful. She is our mother. W Susan Storm. W mother. We're going to put her in A tier because of how cool she is. Now, where do we place her though? I think she's above Captain Marvel. I think that's fair. Like, all these characters are very close. The Thing. This is not B tier, if you're going to say B tier. This is an A tier character. It's clobbering time. S, what do you mean? Arthur Morgan. Welcome to the chat, Arthur Morgan. Hi, Arthur Morgan. Welcome to the chat. W, Red Dead Redemption. Arthur Morgan, where do you think the Thing should go? I think A tier because of how iconic. And it's clobbering time. The movie just came out. I'm hyped. A is fair. I think A is fair as well. I think A is pretty fair for the Thing. The Thing is very iconic. But where though? I put him above Luke Cage. I'm gonna put him A tier. I'm gonna put him above Punisher. I think that's fair. Wasp. Oh, Wasp. Oh, I used to love this character so much. But the MCU did her dirty, bro. The MCU did it so dirty. We're gonna go with Janet Van Dyne. We're not gonna go off Hope Van Dyne. We're gonna say it's the original Wasp. And we're gonna, bro, I wanna put it in A tier because I used to like this character so much as a kid. I'm gonna say B tier. I'm gonna say B tier because, like, compared to the other characters that I have in B tier, I think she belongs there. Wasp B. Yeah, fair. I agree with B tier. I'm gonna say she's like over here. Thor. One of the most iconic Marvel characters of all time now. They've done him so dirty in the MCU, the last movie, maybe last two movies. I agree. Thor is A tier for me. I'm gonna say it's gonna be somewhere in between here in terms of like my favorites. I'm gonna put him above Iceman. Just because of how iconic he is. Vision, very iconic now. I don't know when we'll see him again. I'm feeling like a low A tier. Just me personally. Like, I like him. I do like him, but I haven't read much of the comics, so I don't have much to go off of. I'm literally just going off MCU and the cartoons. I think he's better than these, so I'm gonna put him there. Just above. Or actually just below Punisher. Punisher's kind of cool. War Machine. I really like War Machine, but he also is Iron Man with some missiles. But he is also pretty iconic, but it's going to go in B tier. I like these characters more. He goes above Cable. Chat might disagree. I might be uncultured on War Machine lore in the comics. But based off the cartoons and the movies, I think B tier above Cable is kind of fair. Winter Soldier. So much lore. Extreme amounts of lore. I remember the first ever time hearing about Winter Soldier, and I was so like blown away. Captain America's best friend, like good guys, and I was a brainwashed Hydra soldier. It was so mind-blowing to me. I think this is A tier, just because of the movies, the cartoons, the comics, and Armed and Dangerous from Marvel Rivals. I really like Winter Soldier, so I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put him there. He might not be as iconic as Captain America, but in terms of like aura, he's going there. Bro, I should do an aura list. And last but not least, one of the greats of Marvel, Wolverine. We're gonna throw Wolverine into S tier immediately. Immediately, like it's not even a question. I'm gonna put him just below Spider-Man. He belongs there. I think this is a pretty good list. Wait, we need to drop Storm down, bro. We can't leave Storm there. Spider-Gwen, I don't know if she belongs in S tier anymore, considering who's in A tier. Like, I think she belongs in A tier, high A tier. I think it's either above or below Miss Marvel. Show us the list, Hole, when you're done. Yeah, I think we're done. This is the entire list. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Boom. In S tier. Now in A tier. B, C, D, and F. There's not many D or F characters, to be honest. That was my ultimate Marvel tier list superhero ranking. Thank you.